Planet Dolan.
From a little boy drawing on the wall with his poop to parents doing the deed in Doctor Who cosplay, the Planet Dolan crew reenacts some of the best true stories from our subreddit about the weirdest thing we have ever seen at a friend's house. I'm Doopy, and today I'll be your narrator. Number 10 was submitted by I'm a Crick Your Neck 101. Sweet Commando was asked by his friend to come over to help him with some homework. When he got there, his friend was gone, but in the next room, he heard moaning. Sweet Commando thought it was his parents doing it, but remembered that his friend's older sister was in that room. So he went to investigate, but gagged when he saw his friend's sister halfway out the window wearing a bikini and opening her legs. A guy was outside banging her. She looked at Sweet Commando and said, "Wanna join?" He bolted out the door and never went to his friend's house again. They eventually stopped being friends because his friend was the guy outside. Number 9 was submitted by CandyCat731. In the 9th grade, Froggy and one of her best friends were big fans of Doctor Who. Froggy had gotten into it because her friend watched it all the time with her parents. One night, while she was staying over, Froggy got up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. She heard the Doctor Who theme song playing loud as hell down the hall in the parents' room. Needing to go into the parents' bedroom to get to the bathroom, she walked in, expecting them to be watching the episodes. Instead, she caught her friend's parents having intense sex in Doctor Who cosplay. Her mom screamed for the doctor to come in her. They saw Froggy right as she walked in, horrified. Needless to say, she now despises Doctor Who, and her friend stays at her house whenever they hang out. Her friend's parents were actually chill about Froggy catching them. Number 8 was submitted by GXGBRO. One time, when Honeybits was at a friend's house, she had to go to the bathroom. Her friend told her where it was, but once Honeybits flicked on the light, she saw large amounts of shit on the floor. She ended up telling her parents, believing it to be her friend's little brother. Her parents then made him eat all the shit that was on the floor. Disgusted, Honeybits came up with a lie that her parents were sick, then got her bag and ran out of the house. She never talked to her friend again. Number 7 was submitted by Roxy And Stitch. When Sacred Snoopy was 9, she went to her best friend's house for a sleepover where they planned to stay up all night. It turned out that her best friend's dad was having a few of his friends over as well. At about 1 in the morning, Sacred Snoopy went into the living room to grab a horror movie to watch. That was when she saw all the men dancing naked to the song, "I Am a Gummy Bear." A man was in the corner taking a shit while another man was trying to have sex with a lamp. Sacred Snoopy ran back upstairs and after that night, never returned. Number 6 was submitted by Weirdgirlinternet. When Pandora went to her friend Ramona's house, they went into the woods to look for Slender Man. After a while, they returned to Ramona's house where they went up to her room. Pandora needed to use the bathroom, which was next to her brother Dolan's room. She went into Dolan's room and caught him masturbating out the window. Shocked, Dolan looked back and screamed,
Get out of my room!
And shot her with the BB gun. While Pandora cried, Ramona's family put some dressing on the wound. They're still friends and laugh about what happened to this day, though Pandora has a scar on the bottom of her leg. Number 5 was submitted by OTAKU Sans. When Spincess was 8, she went to a friend's house to spend the night. During her stay, she went to go to the bathroom but found her friend's little brother butt naked and drawing on the walls with his poop. Spincess just walked out of the bathroom and went to use the bathroom in her friend's parents' bedroom instead. She ended up walking in to see her friend's mother shirtless and not wearing a bra. Before she could be seen, she left. She told her friend what happened, and her friend told her mother that, thanks to her little brother, the bathroom needed to be cleaned up. She also asked her mother to cover up because Spincess needed to use the bathroom in her bedroom. As her friend explained everything very casually to her mother, Spincess began to wonder how often it happened. Number 4 was submitted by Mote-of-Lobross. Back when he was in junior high, Sid had a friend, Hellbent, who never invited any of his friends over to his house. But one day, when they were riding their bikes, Hellbent had to go home to use the bathroom. He explicitly told Sid to stay on the porch, but Sid's curiosity got the better of him and he decided to sneak inside. It seemed fairly normal, with some clutter here and there, until he peeked into his mother's bedroom. On the walls were various macrame drawings, with one painting being of a naked giant eating the arm of a smaller, headless, naked man. In the corner was a table with several black candles and melted wax everywhere. Also on the table were statues of the Devil and the Grim Reaper. Behind the statues was a screen-printed picture of a satanic pentagram that had a goat's head in the middle. Sid had never seen anything like that before, despite having known a lot of members of the Church of Satan. At that moment, Sid knew exactly why Hellbent never invited any of his friends over. Number 3 was submitted by YourDivorcedMom. The weirdest thing Slapped Ham ever saw at his friend's house was when he was in the 5th grade. One day, after school, he had a weird friend who invited him over. Not wanting to hurt his feelings, Slapped Ham accepted. Once they were inside his house, his friend asked, "Do you want to see my goldfish?" Slapped Ham said yes, but instead of showing him a fishbowl, his friend reached into the closet and pulled out a dead goldfish. Slapped Ham never saw him again. Number 2 was submitted by Kitty2118. One time, Ladybot was sleeping over at her friend Robo's house. In the middle of the night, she had to go to the bathroom. Robo's bathroom wasn't available because her older brother was using it, so she told Ladybot to use the one in her mother's bedroom because she wasn't home. When Ladybot walked into the bathroom, she noticed a dildo stuck to the mirror. Then, as she washed her hands, she saw a cup filled with condoms next to the sink. Needless to say, Ladybot thought it was weird seeing a dildo stuck to the mirror. Number 1 was submitted by me. So, one time I stayed the night at one of my friend's houses, and another one of our friend was sleeping in a different bedroom. That morning we had to wake up early, so when I went into the bedroom to wake up the other friend, he was sitting on the computer chair, the lights were on, he was in his boxers, and his hand was down his pants. But he was asleep. It was so funny trying to wake him up for him to realize the position he was in. It was weird, to say the least. Huge thanks for the folks over in our Planet Dolan subreddit for submitting their stories. Got some weird friends of your own? What's the weirdest thing you've seen at a friend's house? Let us know in the Reddit page linked below and you might be featured in a future countdown! This video was made possible by our fans over on Patreon. Thanks for your support, guys! Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.